Hello everyone, and welcome to the audio commentary for Halo 1 Done Segmented. My name is Scott Angus. You may know me as slYnki. Throughout this commentary, my friends and I here will attempt to make this as entertaining and enjoyable to listen to as possible, while hopefully answering the bulk of, if not all, the questions you have while watching. Just to assure you that yes, this will be informative and not just a bunch of guys talking about their genitals or something. So, who'd like to introduce themselves now?
I am Scurty. I'm the other person in this project, and I like to shield bump.
Hi, I'm Knockyard. I'm the Griffball guy. Yeah. I also the current operator of Highspeedhalo, so if you have speed runs, send them on in to me.
Oh, whoa. And what's up in here?
Oh, already.
You're up, lots of luck. Come on.
Okay, so I'm Lots of Luck. I'm also Scott. I'm admitted at Highspeedhalo. I run Halo 1 PC, and I joined around 2006.
Yeah, we had to do the intro kind of quick there because the run starts pretty quickly, as you might have
Not only
noticed.
did it start, but he already jumped right into a trick right off the bat that I didn't even know about. So.
Well, I mean, the guy told me we needed to get the hell out of here, so I just took the most literal interpretation of that and just pumped into the ceiling. I'll tell you how that works after I tell you how this works. The shortcut you just saw right there, you walk into the bridge partway and then back up and the cutscene starts for some reason. You don't have weapons. The cryo 2 bump, how it works is you jump back into it and the door will close on you. And from there you just have to run in the right spot and it will bump you into the ceiling.
You mean it's actually the cryo tube that bumps you up?
Yeah, you have to stand in a certain spot. If you crouch, you'll just get stuck inside. But if you stand in the right spot, it's, no biggie.
Yeah, and you have to jump to certain spots in the ceiling, too. Like on fixtures, you just can't jump randomly, otherwise you'll fall through.
Ooh, this is a good part coming up. Watch the grenades from this Marine right here. That took a lot of manipulation.
Nice.
Now, I need these two coveys right here to be dead or else I don't get a checkpoint for the next area. It looks a little sloppy, but I couldn't really blunt strike the elite because the grunt was a bit of a pain. He'd be like, hey, it's slYnki. Let's ruin his run right now.
I like how you stick the leg.
Yeah. How Riptor made it through this section in his individual level run, just boggles my mind that there was always one grunt that somehow survived my entire assault rifle clip. He's just like, I'm in your way. Do this.
And this is a wonderful blast from the past, too. The assault rifle and the plasma pistol are actually useful.
Absolutely. I could have gotten the pistol at the beginning, but nah. This was a great fight.
You mean there's no noob combo?
No. Let's see. I couldn't get the Covenant to come out of this door too well. I just ended up throwing 2 grenades and whatever. And they're all done.
Nice.
This coming up was a great segment. I was at this one for at least an hour.
Hour? Not a month?
An hour straight. I'm pretty good at this game.
That's a cool jump.
Oh,
That's never been done anywhere before, has it?
No.
Now, was there some reason you didn't just use a plasma grenade and do that the standard way?
I find it a little difficult to do with a plasma grenade. Speaking of plasma, watch this stick right there. Oh, yeah.
Wow, double kill.
Oh, I noticed you... Oh, he got a double kill?
Yeah, that was the first time that Elite took out that other one for me, which is appreciated.
No. Actually, plasma grenades take down elites.
Yeah.
I found that out in 2 Betrayals. I mean...
Ooh, right here...
Disappointed you missed a shot there, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But right here, there was a little trick that you might not have noticed, but it saves time.
You opened that really quickly.
Yeah.
That usually takes a long time.
After you kill those 3 grunts, you get a checkpoint, and if you revert to save, the door to the maintenance access ways opens almost immediately.
Oh, I didn't even notice the revert there.
Yeah, so it's just the start of a new segment. So I put it in partly because it's fast, but mostly to make the run look as illegitimate as possible.
Yep. Oh, we should also remind the people that watching this that aren't familiar with this. This is run on Legendary.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, it's kind of important that You
And
realize you're
segmented,
blasting through.
Segmented on the highest difficulty, legendary, all that stuff.
Have you guys counted the number of segments total?
I think
yeah.
this level was 13. In total, we did 121 segments, I think.
Yes,
That's not bad.
121. Almost 117.
I think Halo 2's is 128, so it's about the same.
Nice.
This is
And
great.
the total time is what? 119?
The
So like
final-
less than a minute per segment?
1:16:43. 17
Well,
seconds
that was-
below 117.
That was nice and impressive.
Yeah, and of course that cutscene does not trigger till you kill all the enemies in the end there.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. You just throw grenades at all of them. Good frustration vent.
Yeah,
right
but
there.
why does it take me 15 grenades and you did it in like 4?
I don't know. You might want to talk to your controller about that. It's getting
Yeah.
online. So we threw these loading screens just so we could,
Talk after
I don't know.
levels unlike Halo 2.
yeah, it was just level to level right there with
Give
Halo
people
2.
a little break after all that insanity.
Maybe to
Right, right.
finish up introductions. Because we didn't have a lot of time at the
I
start.
cut mine really short to make up for slYnki's very long introduction.
Oh, it wasn't that long.
It was over 10 seconds.
Well, this level right here, it drove me nuts, and I still don't know how. My test run for the level went really well, and it was actually one of the more relaxing levels that I did, so I was expecting the final run to be like a cakewalk. And then by the end of it, I remember I was ready to somehow choke my Xbox to death.
How much time there did you save with that little grenade boost? Half a second?
Maybe 0.3 seconds. It was worth it.
That was all me.
Yeah.
Told him that. Oh yeah, I did a test run on this level, and it actually ended up being 2 minutes slower than slYnki's time. So yeah,
What?
that was a failure. But one thing you took from that was that grenade jump at the beginning. So that,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have
so
the
it
extra
wasn't
grenade
completely
anyway.
useless.
Not
Now, I
completely.
heard that you discovered a shortcut that at the last minute that is not in this video. Do you want to
Yeah.
share that?
I discovered. Oh, do I have to share it? It's a secret. Yeah, I'll share it. It's really simple. I'm kind of
Top secret.
embarrassed for not thinking of it for this run. But if you kill all the Marines in this area, all the dropships come down immediately. Like, there's no delay on any of them.
Oh wow.
They just like at the same time, or
Well, not at
just
the same
one
time.
right after the other?
One right after the other. Like, the second dropship, there's a Marine that's saying there's one in this area or something, but it comes down straight away.
Ugh.
Same with the third dropship. Oh, this
I
is
do like the ammo manipulation you've done there. Little Easter egg.
This segment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks. This segment took a little while because the elites were a little unpredictable. So I have to talk to these guys in order to get the first dropship to trigger. And I was listening to music at the time, so I'm like looking at them, like, are they following me?
So
No.
And this is where we first encounter Sergeant Johnson as the Master Chief.
You were gonna say something, Chris?
yeah. So if you kill those Marines, or actually, yeah, if you kill those Marines, the first dropship just comes straight down.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like no delay.
Awesome. No,
Huh, I
Cody.
thought you had to-
Actually, you meet Sarge in the cafeteria in Pillar Bottom.
Yeah,
Oh, he's in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I only know that because I did a trick video where I saw him in there.
I was a verifier for this run. I can't believe I approved it when you missed that obvious trick.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, I'll improve this run later. It only would have improved it by like 10 seconds or so.
Doesn't Johnson appear like 5 times in Halo?
I don't know.
Well,
And then
you got
sometimes he
two
appears
Johnsons.
twice. He's like on this level 3 times, I think, or twice. I don't know. This was such a fun segment, just throwing a bunch of grenades. I guess I could explain the dropship, seeing how this commentary is supposed to be informative or something.
Supposedly.
That first dropship, if you're wondering why I didn't kill all the enemies right away, it doesn't really matter because the second one is coming down anyway. Same with the that one grunt that got away on the second one. It doesn't matter because the third one is already on its way. So, let's see. You can't get too close to this dropship or it just refuses to come down.
Yeah, it just hovers there. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll notice I throw one plasma right here and then another in the middle. Why I do that is sometimes when the dropship actually sinks into the ground when it's landing, so when the elite on that side hops out, he'll pop out into the middle of the dropship. So I just threw a grenade for a little extra insurance, but this was the segment that drove me insane because I have to do this dropship and the one after it all in one segment, and it was pretty random. Like right here, an elite or jackal would somehow survive, or a grunt would take an entire pistol mag to the face and just keep going on with his day. It was kind of funny the first couple times, then it happened like 50 more times, and I wanted to die.
Well, in your first test run, you actually had like 3 plasmas on the ground to take out the elites. You didn't have to worry about throwing like 2 plasmas down for the jackal and the elites.
Yeah, I think I did it 3 times, and this is the random dropship because you're never really sure where the elite's gonna go.
Sometimes there's 2 jackals, sometimes the elite jackal.
Yeah, sometimes the elite will go into the middle of the dropship, or he'll run away, and then if you can predict where he is, sometimes the jackal's a little unpredictable, so I was happy with it.
He didn't jump up there because you went at the checkpoint.
Yeah. So this Marine right here was kind enough to lend me his grenade. I need that one a little later.
So there's a trick you're using here that some people may not notice or understand, but you're going to see it throughout the entire run. Backpack reloading. With any bullet weapon with a reloadable clip, if you press X twice and then switch weapons, it will actually continue to reload as it's in your back pocket. So very often you'll see him start the reload animation, switch to another weapon, start firing, switch back, and he'll be back to a full
You can
clip.
still hear the full audio of the reloading, right? While it's happening.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's pretty useful for levels like Truth and Reconciliation when I'm reloading the sniper and then firing the assault rifle.
And I'm pretty sure if you're in co-op or like multiplayer and you look at somebody, they'll still be doing like a half-broken animation trying to reload while holding another gun. It's kind of cool.
Oh man, this is the best.
This part's my favorite because Cortana says, "This cave is not a natural formation." Duh.
What?
And
I totally thought it was this whole time.
yeah, it just grew like out of there, just completely metal and stone, and that's just how things go in Halo.
I can never do that Warhog jump by not hitting the wall. Like,
Yeah.
That may just be me, but
I think it saves a second. I'm actually in love with this Lightbridge segment because it went perfectly. Just watch.
And this is a cool little trick here because normally when you hit that switch, you have an unskippable cutscene.
Right.
But when you approach it from this angle, for some reason, it forgets.
Yeah,
well,
like
when you skip the hallway, there must be a trigger in the hallway.
I thought it was when you're in combat, or I don't know.
It's when you skip the hallway by doing that little warthog jump up the wall.
Oh, okay, right.
And then the cutscene just doesn't start for the bridge, so it's pretty handy. There's not much else to talk about from this point on. It's just a lot of driving until I get to the sniper rifle. Thanks, Bungie. Made our commentary boring.
Yeah. I do like this part of the level, though. This was one of the first games that really had these, once we get out the door, you'll see, like, just these massive, lush, like, beautiful environments. This was the first time I ever saw this in a game.
Yeah.
And I think that deserves recognition in its own right.
Yeah, look at the Warthog physics. Look how much the back tires slide around. That's so unrealistic, but so awesome.
I like how this Warthog doesn't flip over randomly like in my Reach runs. Just like
Yeah,
this was before Bungie adopted the Havoc physics engine.
Way to go, Bungie.
Now, to put it in perspective, what game did you play right before your first Halo game?
Oh gosh, I was in PlayStation.
Jeez, that was my first.
Star Wars Battlefront.
It was Half-Life. I was a piece
Probably
of
like
nightmare.
Star Fox.
Ooh, I do a little jump here to the sniper. Deserves a little notice. I'm doing a play-by-play right now, not...
Oh, I barely lost momentum. Nice. Someone's chewing on their mic.
Yeah, heavy breathing. Whoa,
Hope that's not me. Sorry if it is.
it was you, man.
Just lower it a bit so it's out of the... Oh,
well,
nice.
No, I'm caught.
Whoa.
Oh, that was
cold.
beautiful.
A lot had to come together for this segment. That Warthog has to be positioned so it's facing the exit. The Marine has to, in the turret, he has to die while I'm killing all the Marines. I have to kill all the Marines down below, too, because how this level works is either you can kill all the Covenant, and that's a new grenade jump.
Yeah. Or you can kill all the Marines.
Yeah, either you kill all the Covenant, or you just kill the Marines and leave.
Oddly enough, are a little more cooperative.
Yeah.
Of course, then you get Cortana to scold you saying, you didn't save them all.
You didn't save them all, but this is a wicked speedrun, man.
Yep.
Why are you doing it so fast?
And And then, like, it's the same number of Marines in Truth and Reconciliation.
See, this is where the little airstrike thingy, the target locator, would come in handy. Just paint the Marines, kapow, kapow, kapow.
Oh, I got an unfortunate checkpoint right there, so my Warthog is kind of facing the wrong way, but it didn't really slow me down too much.
Those Marines are really hard to snipe, too.
Yeah,
if you don't have the red reticule, like, it's really difficult.
They move around a bit. They love winning runs.
There's no aim assist on them.
So here's what I
actually sniping them.
Because I recall seeing a speedrun of this where they simply killed the Marines and then moved on. Why did you circle around?
On lower difficulties, you actually have to go and physically kill all the Marines yourself. But on Legendary, if you go closer to the rocks just like I did, the Covenant are strong enough now that they can kill the Marines without you, so it saves some time.
Oh, I see. So you didn't kill all the Marines there. You just killed enough to then let the Covenant take care of the rest. I see.
I was actually worried to do this, but then I watched Riptor's run, and he showed me how to do the rock slide area perfectly. So that was useful. That's some good sniping, I'd say.
The one thing I found with this level is I always put a sniper in the passenger seat and park facing down the hill, and he would take out about half the enemies.
I discovered that in this area, those elites and these jackals have to die, but my frag grenade just like didn't explode right there. It's just like too bad. I
mean, you get duds every now and then.
Yeah. Oh well. It didn't really slow me down at all anyway. Insidious would be proud of my perfect pistoling right there.
Yep.
You'll like this dropship. It's good.
Yeah, this is awesome. Though, like, 6 grenades fall down.
I set off some fireworks.
Yeah. That is the last of them.
2 levels in, 8 levels to go. I think we can make it.
Oh yeah.
Is it my turn yet?
That was a quick run of that level.
It might be your turn. Is it your level next? I don't know.
I don't know. I forget. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to. I don't know. We're taking bets right now. Who do you think did the next level?
I'm gonna vote for SLYnki.
Tom Morello.
Who the heck is Tom Morello?
Bulls on Parade. No. That's the song.
Oh, I guess one thing that we haven't been doing is stating the times of the runs.
Oh yeah.
Pillar of Autumn was done in 4 minutes and 16 seconds, which is over a minute faster than the current legendary time and is 4 seconds slower than the heroic time. My run of Halo was in 11 minutes and 4 seconds, which pretty much trounces every other Halo run ever made.
So it would have been sub 11 if you had that shortcut in there.
And what is your Truth and Reconciliation run?
I don't know. I think kind of spoiled that for the viewers, Cody. They were really excited to see who really ran that level.
Yeah.
Well, just for the record here, I did this level for the first Halo speedrunning contest, Going Nowhere Fast, and I won it. And my run was 21 minutes.
Well, I kind of cut that in half, didn't I?
Yeah. So let's see how much better this is.
I think I just spoiled it again. Sorry, audience.
I remember early in the Going Nowhere Fast contest.
Because that beeps, it bleeps on Skype, and that is in my recording.
So you were saying Goat Rope?
Anyway, the Going Nowhere Fast contest Cody was talking about, nobody wanted to run TNR for a long time. Like, all the other levels were getting entries, but not TNR. And then one guy figured, hey, I'm just going to win this, like, just by default. And he submitted a 3-hour run.
Was that stunt run? Was that stunt run?
No. Oh, wow, we should... Cody, did anybody ever figure out the stunt mutt trick?
It was an hour. Yeah, you can only do that on PAL.
Is that it?
If any of you guys are running this from across the pond here, you can actually just, if you're very fast, you can run right to this part, and if you're fast enough, you can prevent all those enemies from triggering.
I'm just, backtracking here for no real reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
And no reason at all. I have to give all the credit in the world to Scurty for this trick. He tested this into the ground.
You know what? I tested this too, but I always use the other turret. I never once thought of using that one. I was always using the one by the wall.
It was actually funny. The first time I was running this level, this was actually the hardest level I worked on by far, and it was the last level completed because I avoided it for as long as possible.
Well, so did that deload?
Well, you can actually make it through the first few areas just by fighting, and I did it 3 times, but I never got a checkpoint for this area, so it kind of made the run a little unreasonable. But if you go on top of the map and drop down in the tree, it's a 100% guaranteed checkpoint, so that's useful.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're grabbing the invis right away? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense in a segmented run, yeah.
I was going to go straight to the grav lift, but I figured this would save time in the long run.
And, there are Marines here that come down in the grav lift, and if all of them survive, then it's much, much faster getting up to the grav lift, because if some die, then a Pelican has to come in and give you more.
Yeah, so you'll look at my grav lift fight and think it's a little sloppy, but anyone who has ran Truth and Reconciliation before will tell you that it's probably one of the hardest fights in the game to get perfect.
And especially on Legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really let any Marines die.
There's no checkpoint either.
Sorry, do you mean this one or the next one?
When they're all coming out of the grav lift down here.
Okay.
I still do the fight as well as I can. I just decided to play it as I normally would because I don't know. I thought I would stand up on this ridge here. Watch how close this snipe comes to that grunt's private area right there. That was close. But I stand up on the ridge here so I can get a good view of the lift. And then that keeps all the Marines up there with me, so it keeps them alive and everything, so it worked out.
Yeah, so, the trigger for the next enemies to come down, all the enemies but one has to be killed.
Yeah.
So. I'm not sure how I know that, because I suck at this level. But I do.
I don't even know how long this segment took me. Probably, I'd say maybe 3 hours straight on this one.
Yeah, and, some people were criticizing my original run of this level because of my sniping in this section, and you can see that his sniping is not exactly that precise either, but as he said, if you've run this level, you know that it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be quick.
Yeah, the Marines, you'll see that they are actually on the grav lift with me. My original plan was to throw grenades on the lift for each wave of enemies, but I would have killed all the Marines, and that would have ruined my run.
Yeah, keeping them alive is like a maybe 25-second improvement time saver. It's huge. You need to keep them alive. Improvement.
I thought I heard one die there.
Yeah, I took out one. Prior to this run, I had no idea that a grunt could take 4 blunt strikes to the face, or an elite could eat 4 sniper bullets and just carry on with his day. So this level treated me very nicely.
4 sniper bullets without a shield. Yeah, I remember that one. You shot it 3 times.
It took 3 snipes to kill that hunter. I wasn't too proud of that, but he wouldn't turn around.
You want to mention how you kill the hunter so fast? Because I know when I played the first time, I was like, these hunters will not die.
Oh, it's just there's an exposed part on their head and on their back, and you just pop them there once.
And now with Reach, it's any exposed part.
Actually, with Reach, it takes 8 rockets to kill them.
You think if it was going by the chronology here, Halo 2s were harder than Halo 1s, Halo 3s are harder than Halo 2s.
No,
you'd think Reaches would be easier than Halo 1s.
Well, no. With Reach, any meaty part, any red part, doesn't matter where it is, it's a target. You can snipe them when they're directly facing you, and full armor, and as long as you can see something red, you have a target.
I should keep that in mind. But back to the run now.
This is another one of the classic hard fights. I remember Mike Miller putting out a video of him just doing this fight, and people were amazed by it.
Oh, actually.
Oh, yeah, with no guns, just grenades and melees. Actually, he did one, just grenades and melees.
Watch that grenade right there. I threw it in, and then it came back out and decided to give me a hug.
Nice.
And not a single Marine died.
Can I also mention that the very, very first time I played this game was on Legendary. This segment took 2 days.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, for me, this fight is really relaxing on Legendary because the gold elites are stupid.
Yeah.
They'll just stand still for a good chunk of time. They're just go brrr, and you just shoot them 3 times and they're done.
Oh, and their swords just kapow, they just vanish into a puff of energy.
Yeah, that's okay, you can't sword fly.
Of course you'd say that, Scurty. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm popping off assault rifle rounds, it alerts the enemies behind the door and they come through faster. Useful little tip.
I was going to mention
that's a very nice tip.
It seemed like when I always played it that I could never tell which door it would come out. Is it random or is there a set sequence?
It's random. Radar. Yeah, it is random though.
And that's a little tougher later on, when after you get the invisibility and you have to fall down into the lower part of the room to continue on. It's pretty random as to which door opens up.
Right.
Yeah.
Tough one.
My snipes went right over his head. I was not happy about that, and this grunt just survived.
Yeah, you were just trying to intimidate him.
And then hunters come up instead of jackals because we're playing on legendary. I think I take him out pretty good.
Why do you get the camo here instead of getting it at... Oh, wait, no, I see, because you're right next to the door now.
Yeah, you'll see why I get the camo in a few seconds here.
Well, no, I think Cody was asking why didn't you get it after the hunters, so you had it longer. But
yeah, would have wasted time. I only need it for a very short period of time anyway. So if you don't disturb any enemies in this room, sometimes a grunt, the one right in front of me, will be sitting right by this door, and he'll keep it open for you, and you skip fighting, which is quite useful on legendary.
Well, yeah, normally you have to wait for a wave of enemies to spawn in this hallway to come out and open a door for you, but...
Yeah. Look at this no-scope on this jackal right there. And then I miss a blunt strike because I'm awesome. Just take this lead. It was a fun little segment.
Nice.
So this Pelican Bay, and it's not a Pelican Bay, it's a docking bay. This docking bay here is pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool little tricks you can do here. You'll see, you get to the top in a different way than I did in my original run, but the result is the same later on, messing up triggers.
This is one of my favorite parts.
It is a lot showier.
Oh, I know it's
I love watching this trick.
So for anybody who doesn't know, when you pick up an overshield, during the time that it's charging, you are completely invulnerable.
Right.
Which allows for jumps like that to be possible. If you throw like a plasma grenade on, say, towards the top of a pillar, and then it's just coming down, and you throw another grenade at the ground, they'll explode at the exact same time, so you get more height out of it. So that's how that jump works.
Now, what's interesting there is skipping that segment skips a few triggers, so that later on the level will end early.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting sequence of events, because the trigger for ending the level is killing all the enemies in the last room, but by going through this path, it never spawns the enemies in the last room, so it...
Well, it
checks
doesn't
to see if
really
anything's
make
left,
sense.
and it's like, oh, nothing's there.
It doesn't really make sense, though, because you still have to press that switch, normally. So even if the enemies are killed, you still have to press a switch. So I'm not really sure,
That's
why...
true.
It doesn't have to make sense. It just works.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No question. It just works.
Well, if any of you are curious, the way I did that in my original run was I did a double grenade jump over on the other side.
Right.
You jump with a plasma grenade and you toss a frag grenade up onto a little ledge so that it hits you as you're moving up with the plasma grenade. It was a lot more difficult than what he did and not as fast, so I wouldn't advise doing that.
How'd you know the Invisible Elite was there?
For the prison fight, I discovered that, that was a great stick. It took forever. It took forever to do. What the heck was it? Oh, yeah, the prison fight. I figured out that if you fire off a round of your assault rifle or the Jackal's plasma pistol goes off, it alerts the enemies in the room, and the Invisible Elite will always be in that spot, so you can just take him out quickly.
See, now, I didn't know that trick. That's actually very helpful.
I know. I'm not just a helpful guy. I'm trying to kill all these guys, A, so I don't die, B, so the Marines don't die, and mostly they have this odd habit of... How can I say it? They'll see a grunt and they'll crowd around it and shoot it for 10 minutes and stand in the same spot. And I need them to follow me for this next trick. So I'm going to backtrack here. And I kill them to make them angry at me. You'll notice they're red on my radar right now. And we were mentioning earlier how if you do the big jump in the hangar, you skip triggers at the end so the level ends faster, but when I kill the invisible elites in this room, the level ends immediately when the Marines are angry, and I show off a little right there.
Ooh, 360 snipe.
I had to throw that one in.
So because they're angry at you, they don't want to talk to you, and they're going to end the level earlier.
Yeah, the level ends instantly. So.
Oh, wow, does it ever.
Fractal Fusion on High Impact Halo was the one who discovered that trick, so I have to give all the credit in the world to him.
So what was the final time?
So the level's over?
The final time on that was 10 minutes and 44 seconds.
Nice. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to take care of the Marines so you can kill them later.
Got some feedback or something there, No Card. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm good. A bit of buzzing, maybe.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
So here comes probably the penultimate level to speedrun in Halo right here.
I love this level. This run is so sexy, I was technically unfaithful to my girlfriend by working on it. And don't worry, I told her to say hi earlier, so she actually is in the room with me. She's just...
Girls don't play Halo.
Yeah, video games aren't cool or something. She's scowling at me right now. The only thing that is bad about Silent Cartographer is that you have to spend all this time in this freaking Pelican, and then it's just walking for like a minute straight, and then it gets good.
Yeah, that's a huge pain.
And then you get to miss the grenade toss, and then you have to start over.
Absolutely. Single segments in this level is just not fun at all.
Go Rope, you did this one for the original Going Nowhere Fast contest.
This level is how I got into speedrunning. I never speedran anything in my life, and then Louis Wu of HBO put on the Going Nowhere Fast contest, and I decided I'm going to be the idiot that tries the hardest level. Not hardest, like most trick-intensive level. And it's consumed probably 2 solid weeks of... I was in high school at the time, so I'd wake up, and it was summer. I'd wake up, do this level... go to sleep. That was about 2 weeks of my summer, and we only had a month for the whole contest. But I'm pretty proud of the run that came out of it, 418, and I'd like to take credit for any further runs that borrow any tricks I've had to come across.
There was some little controversy there because people would upload their runs to the Halo Bungie org servers so that they could review them. And Duquesne did a run of this level in like 5 minutes or something, but this was before everybody knew all the tricks, and he accidentally put it in a public directory, and somebody had pointed that out on the forums and pissed a lot of people off. And everybody kind of checked out his run and stole the tricks. Not saying anything, Goat Rope, but...
Well, don't you still own the legendary record, or is that's the co-op version?
That's
legendary.
Insidious.
It's what, like 358, I think.
54.
Yeah, I got beat a while ago.
353 was his time. My time for this level was 339 in the end.
No, I mean you hold the co-op record, do you not?
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Devin Olsen. That was a fun run.
Right.
I love this trick
really
right
good.
here.
So this is a little interesting. Explain this: how you don't die before you hit the overshield.
It's funny because the fall timer ends literally a split second before you grab the shield, and that switch was scary. I didn't want to jump over it, so.
That's interesting because whenever I leap from the other side of the shaft, you always die just before you hit the overshield.
Yeah, fall timer ends split second before you grab the shield, so I had to hit the box just slightly to cancel the fall timer, and then I could land on the
roof.
It was difficult. This segment in particular was also quite difficult.
That's a nice little grenade jump right there.
Oh, that was really
grenade
nice.
Jump's really tough too. You have to.
Is it ever?
Yeah, you need perfect timing.
Yeah.
I tried to manipulate one of the grunts into dropping a plasma grenade for me, so I could do this jump right here with the plasma grenade. But I just decided to take the full route because every time I would shoot the grunts, every enemy on the map would look at me and just kill me instantly. I'm like, damn it.
And the reason you shot earlier before was to attract the jackals so you could grenade them before.
Yeah.
Right.
So this proved to be faster than loading up the grenades and blasting your way up the shaft.
I tested using the overshield to jump up levels, and I actually found a way to get to the second level with a single grenade jump at some point, but it was the hardest grenade jump I've ever done, and I only did it once out of maybe 600 tries, so I kind of scrapped that idea.
Oh,
if people are wondering here why you're not just making a beeline for the exit and just sitting around fighting, you can't go anywhere until the Pelican shows up.
And also explain why the elites just dropped dead on their own. They committed suicide because they saw you coming up the stairs or something?
Yeah, they were afraid. Just I bowed down to you. That was that story. As for the real reason, I don't know, something with a load zone. No,
what it is, they're the enemies from the previous encounter, and the game does housekeeping and cleans them up even though they're still alive.
I don't even have to be in the room. I can just kill things. It's awesome.
Normally it would just clean up their bodies before you got up there, but it cleans them up either way.
Speaking of...
Yeah, this last shortcut you found after the run, too.
Yeah, this is a trend I've been running into. I found another shortcut on Silent Cartographer that saves a second after I finish the run, of course. What you do is when you hop in the Pelican, and as soon as it's just about to stop, you just mash A like crazy, and the level will end instantly. There's no fade to black. So you save a second that way.
I should point out, just for the sake of it, even though most people know, if you've like never heard of Halo, that level, you're supposed to go to where we were, find out it's locked, go back up to the surface, go halfway around the island, go down another like shaft, unlock the door, go back up, back down into that first shaft, and go down, and then come back up.
Yeah, it would have taken about half an hour to do that. So
same thing with this level coming up. There's a lot of places that you have to go, but you don't.
So
this is another level that was pretty big when Halo speedrunning just kind of was in its infancy, because there's a very large skip that you can do.
Yep,
it's very large.
It's pretty easy. I don't know whose level this is. I think this might be my level. I think my name should come up pretty quick here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 5 levels in a row. I'm on a killing spree right now.
Yeah. Wait, do I have any runs in this?
What was that?
I said, do I have any runs in this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think I do. I forget.
Coming up is probably one of the biggest skips in the game, I would say.
No,
in the series, really.
Keys is the biggest.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Keys.
Second.
True.
So
I do like this trick. This trick was one of the first tricks I found on the HBO tips and tricks section back in 2002, and there were so many different ways. There were at least 10 different ways to do that descent.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's the fastest way.
Well, I think the fastest way is to use a shade to drop to the bottom, but I never really got that to work.
I think you can do that on PAL. Yeah, you got to be European.
Are you sure Mike Miller does it all the time, and he's not European, is he?
I don't know.
The shade.
Does he really?
Maybe
and again, because of the way that because they run at different frame rates, so obviously the calculations take place at different times. So the fall distances are slightly different from NTSC and PAL. So there are some ways to get down that aren't available in NTSC that are in PAL.
However, even if you do the PAL fall, I remember we tested a while ago because Juggertrout was running this, and he couldn't figure out why his run was nonsensically 20 seconds slower than somebody else's, and it turned out that the Ghost and I think the Warthog drive slower on PAL.
That's weird.
Oh. Actually, a funny little story I found out. I think it was Juggertrout. He had this. He did this shade drop, right?
Yeah.
I actually watched that video, and he actually spliced that right before the shade drop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We know you see your Juggertrout.
The original?
Oh,
I don't know if it's the original,
snap.
but I saw one on the internet.
So I had to do all of this, from here to the end of the run, all in one segment, and it's a lot more annoying than it looks.
Because there's no checkpoints, obviously.
Yeah, the Ghost tried very hard to ruin my run at many points, but thankfully failed.
And a fun fact, you get out on the right side of the Ghost in Halo 1, and in Halo 2, 3, and ODST, you get out on the left, and in Reach, sometimes you get out on the left, sometimes you get out on the right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting.
Well, there aren't too many Ghost segments in Reach. Not like in the previous games.
So this level has the distinction of being the most bizarre level that we worked on, because I remember Scurty did a test run, and it was 6 minutes long.
And my legendary run of this is 5:53 too.
Yeah, we should also point out that on the original Highspeedhalo that Scurty has all the times for this run, both single player and co-op.
No, not legendary.
Well, this was the first level in the project that is unique in that it was the only level that made me hate myself. Because my first test run of this level was in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. My second test run was in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And this run is in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And for the life of me, I could not break that 540 barrier. Oh. So for a while, I couldn't decide how I should feel about it. And on one hand, I felt awesome for getting the best time right off the bat, but I was also ashamed of myself for not improving my time. So,
so normally,
I think you took one too many steps there. You could have gotten off on the Ghost closer. That's how you beat your time.
Yeah, I know. It's just no matter what I did, I couldn't bring this below 540. I don't know how. Oh well.
Although I do like skipping through the center here whenever you come inside. That's a nice little thing. You do a couple grenade jumps to get up in there.
Nobody's done that before.
Surprisingly, and it's such a simple thing.
I guess I should explain why the level is empty. It's because of the bridge fall. You skip a massive load zone, which basically triggers every enemy on the map, so it's just completely empty.
Yeah, you'd be fighting invisible elites right here, right now.
Yeah, they're really invisible.
That is a brilliant face I drew on the wall. It conveys my feelings towards this level perfectly. And this is a grenade jump no one has seen before.
Oh, nice.
Saves about a second or so.
Tight. Who came up with that?
That was you, Scurty, sexy man.
Ever so humble.
Yeah. This is just such a quiet level. I think I was falling asleep by this time.
You can really appreciate the inclement weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were dying to save a single second here.
Oh yeah, I was racing.
Did you ever get crushed by the Banshee doing that?
I did actually. I've had the Banshee like just kind of fall off the bridge, and I have a blooper where it's just me chasing it to its death. I'm like, come on, come back, and then I have to go all the way back to the tunnel at the beginning. It's kind of annoying. Stupid door. Stupid Banshee.
I was really hoping you would do the trick where you can kill yourself in the cutscene here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that, but I couldn't really set it up.
Bit risky.
I guess at the end of this massive single segment, you're not really thinking about glamour tricks. So
I was thinking about getting this run done. Like, there, it's done. I don't have to look at it anymore. So that was, of course, in 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
I think the legendary run's like 5:53 or something.
Yeah.
So, it's only.
So it appears that those grenade jumps and route through the center, that saved quite a bit of time.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that level's been honed a lot over the years, and it's cool that you can still find another 13 seconds to squeeze out.
Yeah, at a certain point, levels are just, you're fighting for seconds. It reminds me of Outskirts in Halo 2.
Hey, at least you're not doing like a TAS fighting for frames.
Yeah, maybe in the future.
You could probably do that in Uprising.
Yeah, wait, in about 12 years, we'll all be working on the Halo tool-assisted superplay.
I'm totally down.
That's going to be great. So, I don't know whose level this is going to be.
I'm not even going to play it out.
For those of you who haven't played Halo 1, this is a spoiler alert.
Yeah, SLYnki owns this level.
Yeah, this has been my level for the past 3 or 4 years. It was funny to work on because I can do the entire level without thinking. So I'd finish the bulk of the level in 10 minutes, but the only area that I couldn't do was the final area because it was completely random from what I could tell. That's a nice little slide jump. But then I figured out towards the end of the project that I figured out how to make the final area not as random. So I'll point that out when it pops up.
So you finally figured out the triggers, did you?
I finally figured out how to end this damn level pretty quickly. And the word
it's like a mystery forever how that level ends. Because I know I've done some speedruns for that, and you can get a perfect time, then be fighting that final area for 20 minutes, just going, make this level end.
So that was there's grenade manipulation in this room. I picked up a plasma grenade here, and another one right here, which took a little while. When I was on the elevator, I jumped to the switch, and then normally if you fall on the elevator directly, you die because it goes straight down, but I hit a little ledge to soak up all the damage. It saves a couple seconds.
I hear a plane in the background.
I hear a plane. What's going on?
Sorry.
That's Cody.
You're not supposed to have phones on the plane.
He's on a runway.
I live near the Bob Hope International. Oh wait, I shouldn't tell this, and people stalk me.
Yeah.
He lives on the moon.
Where am I in my cue cards? I didn't even write cue cards. I wrote a whole notebook full of things. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Well, this flood room for this run was a huge pain for me, maybe because of this door right here. You have to find that perfect spot to throw that frag, or else the flood won't die. And there's a similar spot for the third door, but it's so precise. I just decided to, run in there with my assault rifle and finish it off.
I remember I first played this part with my cousin, and when all these guys came out, he was like, they're zombies!
This segment, I think I literally grew a beard in the time it took me to finish it. Because you'll notice it keeps going. I don't get a checkpoint. Usually I get one right here, but Bungie was just like, no, keep going.
Yeah, Legendary. We want to see where this is going to go.
Oh, and what's truly impressive about this grenade jump is not that I did it without a checkpoint, but I did it half blind because I sneezed a second before. I'm not even kidding. I was just, my body's trying to ruin my runs now.
Now, right there, you get the shotgun on lower difficulty levels. They give it to you there, but on Legendary, they make you go a little bit longer without that thing.
Yeah, that's nice of them.
Same with that door in the top. It slots on Legendary, but on lower difficulties, you can stay up top.
Yep.
But on Legendary, you have to drop down and do a grenade jump or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I did that nade jump. It's a bit of a pain. You can actually jump across this little gap right there, but a grenade jump is obviously a lot quicker.
Oh, is it ever?
Yeah. Just gives you that much more safety that you don't end up having to redo the entire segment on a single segment run.
Yeah, thank God. Nothing much. Just a little bit of running here. Nothing big. There's a new grenade jump coming up that no one's seen before, except probably you guys. I think everyone watched the run before. I'm not sure.
I didn't see it.
Oh, Knockyard was the patient one.
Yeah.
I was hoping for like really genuine reactions to all the big shortcuts. Like, wow.
Hey! I don't open Christmas presents till Boxing Day.
That's weird. Oh, there we go. I have no grenades left. So
wow.
That was no flood spawn because
I was gonna say because you didn't click the bridge, no spawn, no flood came out.
So I still don't fully understand the trick for the final area, but a huge part of it is coming up in a few seconds here. You'll notice it. It's the most simple thing. I can't believe I didn't think of it before.
I could have sworn somebody loaded this level up in the Halo PC editor and found out the triggers.
Yeah, the trigger to actually get the final... Well, the final area is kind of on a timer. If you run to the structure, you just have to wait for a certain allotted time to...
Yeah, I have to be within a certain zone, and do you have to stay within that zone, or does the timer stop?
My understanding of it, the guys, the Halo modders opened it up in Spark Edit, and there's a big square volume around the structure, and once you go in that, it starts a trigger that will go off in, I think, 30 or 45 seconds, no matter what, that ends the level. So when I first did the pacifist run of this level, first pacifist run I did, I ran into that zone, and I just ran past and hid behind a hill, and eventually the level ended.
A big part.
And where exactly is the zone located?
Right
it's
here, about
a box around here. Yeah,
just right. It's all around the structure, I think. So getting the Marines angry, and then I found jumping around like this area, back and forth from the pipes, it ended the level very quickly. I mean, you might think this is taking a long while, but this is actually the fastest I've ever got it on Legendary. It's going to end pretty much right now. There we go.
That was quick.
On east.
I love the scream in the cutscene.
I like in the cutscene where you can also see Guilty Spark flying in the background. It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. And then he just appears behind you and goes, hey!
So the time for that level was in 5 minutes and 40 seconds, just like Assault on Control Room.
So library's coming up. This is the other level I did for Going Nowhere Fast. It's the original Halo speedrun contest. And I did it without dying, and it was in just over 20 minutes.
That's not bad. I might have improved on it just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. And how does he do it? Stay tuned.
Ooh. It was segmented. I was cheating a little. So this level has an amusing backstory to it. The library was the single hardest level for me when I first started playing Halo. Over time, it's become one of the easiest. I finished my test run of this level within 30 minutes. It was laughably easy. I mean, I was talking to Scurty over MSN, and I was just laughing the whole time. So, but I could throw a few more tricks in, so I decided to redo the run you're seeing right now. And I don't even know. it returned to the way I remembered it, and it has the distinction of being the first run to throw me into a rage. I mean, Scurty remembers, I went completely apeshit. Like, I shut off my Xbox, I left my room, I went for a walk. I think I could actually hear the Halo disc laughing at me at some point. This was, so hard. I don't know.
And so that grenade jump saved quite a bit of time because you do not have to fight any flood.
Yeah.
Well, it only saves a little bit of time because you don't have to walk around, but yeah, you don't have to fight them. I mean, but you can't, because you can't run just right to this door because there's so many flood there. You have to stop to take out a couple on your way. Yeah. Whereas this simply bypasses them.
So I was talking to Lots of Luck here a couple days ago. He was wanting to write out some cue cards for the library, and I think he came up with some good stuff. So what were you gonna say?
I mean, this is the part that I ran really fast and almost died.
At some point I do a grenade jump. It's really exciting. My goal for this level was just to run through it like I was playing on easy.
Man, when I first got this game, I would just sit and shoot the shotgun because it was so cool to watch him just put that shotgun shell in and click it.
Oh, getting the shotgun was a piece of mercy. It took me a while to get it in the first area. The index chamber, the very first segment, I did in my first try in my test run, which was just hilarious. And for this run, I did it on my 205th try. And I know because I made a tally.
Now get this. I didn't know when I first played this game that you could hit X to manually put a shell in, and I thought you had to exhaust it and then wait until he puts all 12 in and then continue on.
Such a marathon player.
It takes forever. It takes forever to reload it when it's empty.
But the animation it does when you exhaust the clip,
at the
awesome.
end, that's incredibly satisfying.
It is.
Yeah.
God.
But I wised up to that pretty quick.
Such a simple solution, just killing Marines on Halo. Why didn't I think of that?
And the reason that there's nothing on these platforms is that Bungie actually had great difficulty with the AI on moving geometry.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we can see that in Halo 2 quite easily.
They tried to fix it in Halo 2, but as you can see, it still wasn't perfect.
Yeah, the odd time on Quarantine Zone, they would just completely lose their AI on the gondola.
I remember I was watching the commentary for Halo 2 done segmented, and just I throw a grenade to wake these guys up.
Yeah, that's right too.
It's pretty effective. Yeah. Sometimes people they used to do that to me in Halo 3 multiplayer for some reason. So you guys like my little flood buddy right here?
Oh, you got him following you? Nice.
Well, technically the flood always want to be friends, just for the most horrifying reason.
Yeah.
So fighting and killing those guys yourself is not a benefit.
No, it's the exact same time if you were fighting. There's actually a health pack down there, in that little downward ramp area.
Is that an overshield, or is that the other part? The other one that looks like that? Let's look. No.
No, it's 2 health packs. For some reason, I didn't pick them up. I just remembered that. I picked up a health pack here. Never mind, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm prepared for this commentary.
See, now, couldn't you have grenade jumped through that hole and saved a little bit of time?
Well, I did. I tried to, actually, but I didn't get a checkpoint, and I really need one for these 3 fights right here.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, you'd see legendary runners run around the whole place, but I decided to run straight through.
Yeah, it's nice to actually see some fighting in a run once in a while.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Guilty Spark, he just sounds like a floating lesbian toaster. I do not like him. Consideration was taking in segmented to block out as much of his dialogue as possible.
For the
so you didn't go.
So you passed up the rocket launcher there. What's up?
Oh, I never used the rocket launcher.
Yeah, I never used it either.
I kind of delayed on the door.
I always thought Guilty Spark was a woman.
I turned around and the door was opening. I'm like, no, grenade jump.
I don't know. I find the rocket launcher quite handy on this level.
I use it
because sometimes there's flood perched up on a ledge that you can just kind of aim at them and fire the rocket and take them out.
Yeah, I mean, I get the rocket launcher later in the run. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry, but
do you? I forgot.
I thought you watched this run.
And I'm pretty sure that pissed a lot of people off when they first started playing this game on Legendary, was the fact that the Flood have a rocket launcher.
Yeah, I got in this run. went through 2 drafts. This is the second draft. The first one, I got a checkpoint right before the rocket flood in my first run, and it was literally at revert and die, so it, yeah.
This is so much fun making me think back to the days when all this was fresh.
Yeah. I remember this part. I never would have done this in like my first few days of Halo.
What, cutting these little corners?
Yeah, just running along, skipping all these enemies.
I just remember one of my greatest accomplishments in Halo before I found Highspeedhalo was to run this entire level on Legendary without a health pack. And that was like huge for me.
So I kind of have another Flood buddy here.
You notice how he stops moving when the platform starts moving?
Yeah.
There's actually a segmented easy run of this level that I'm working on, hint hint. You can actually make him stay on the platform like that and use him to boost up to the platform
a little
faster. It's a tricky, but it saves a couple seconds. I manipulate a frag grenade right here. And some shotgun ammo, which is much needed.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say with the rocket launcher. Once you have a pistol and shotty on this level, you really don't need anything else. Then again, there's always more. There's always another one around the next corner.
Can't even remember where I pick up the rocket launcher. Oh, this is a cool little trick right here. Watch this.
Nice.
Little flood boost.
Oh, how cute.
That took a little while to get right, especially with 1 bar of health left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you're running up a slope like that, you still maintain your horizontal speed.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. It's quite unrealistic, but it works.
Look at that flood.
Halo's not realistic?
I thought it was.
You mean you can't throw grenades on below yourself and get an extra boost?
I do it all the time. Gets me to work a little faster. This is just a funny segment. There's so many exploding flood here.
Did this turn out to be the longest level in the run?
That's
Yes.
a good question. Yes, it was, yes.
It's kind of like Oracle on Halo 2. There's just a bunch of spots you have to wait for, like on the elevator going down. You just can't really skip a lot.
And you'll notice this segment keeps going, so this was quite a pain. I think this is where I pick up the rocket launcher.
Oh, you did pick up. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because it's very handy coming up for all these flood that are perched up on this little ledge here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I thought you were going to shoot the rocket there.
I almost did. There's been times where I would do something like that.
Yep, see, there's that backpack reloading. He fired the rocket and then switched real quick, and you watch when he comes back to the rocket launcher, it will be full.
So this is a great little segment because I don't even know what I was feeling. I was kind of gripping my controller really tight because I have 1 bar of health and no shields, and there's still flood coming.
Oh yeah, and this is the part where they're everywhere.
My health recharges a little, and then it goes all the way down.
They're what, Nokyard?
They're everywhere?
You gotta say it right.
Yeah.
You guys ever played Marathon?
No.
Marathon.
Yeah, I have.
What's Marathon?
Believe it or not, I just finished it like 2 months ago for the first time. I downloaded it.
You should have shot the smart there.
I should have. I tried very hard not to die in that segment.
Well,
like
didn't
when
you
I
get a
watched
checkpoint when you went on the top right there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you should have shot. Well, you only have 2 things left.
So there's flood around this corner, so I just have to wait for this door to open.
Yeah, I thought you had more ammo.
Yeah, another one of those rooms that you can't skip, unfortunately.
So
but you can still fight it.
I do a little spelling right here. You're probably not going to be able to tell because my spelling leaves something to be desired. Let's see.
And it's kind of dark. I cannot see what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. Right here I spell H1DS, which stands for Halo 1 Done Segmented. And then I do less than 3 sign, and I type in Axie's name, who's a forum member.
You know, after seeing what they did in the Half-Life 2 run, all the stuff they spelled out, I think they did a little better than you did.
Yeah, I mean, I would have spelled it with bullets, but the shotgun is kind of messy, and the rocket launcher, if used improperly.
Makes for a great exclamation point, though.
That would be a great.
Yeah, too bad you don't have a crowbar.
I tried to do it with the rocket launcher, it just wouldn't work. I'm just waiting. I have this thing on a stopwatch. It would the door would always open at a certain time. If you're wondering how I timed that so well, and I almost die right here.
Oh wow!
Oh, close.
Get to see a little bit of the game's inner workings, spawning those enemies.
That was fun.
Something Bungie seems less and less inclined to let us do.
Halo 2.
That segment didn't take too long. Just, I don't know.
Now you're right in the particle beam.
There's like nothing to talk about on this level.
We can talk about me not doing any
library.
yet.
True. This is my 7th run, actually. It's a tribute to Bungie. I took the first 7 levels.
Did Lots of Luck ever introduce himself yet? We got cut short in the beginning.
I kind of fit myself at the end. In case I didn't hear me the first time. I'm Lots of Luck. I run Highspeedhalo. Yeah, I run Halo PC. I write news posts, and I joined around 2006.
Generally, he's pretty awesome. That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
He's introducing himself over an hour into the run.
Yeah.
And you could be the next Barry White man with that voice.
Oh.
Too bad we didn't have Axie here.
Yeah, Axie sounds like cold-blooded Russian assassin accent.
Yes.
Not even kidding, he does. It's awesome.
Oh, and Lots of Luck also accounts for the only time I've ever typed out LOL on a keyboard. And that's true.
That's a lie.
What, are you like me?
I have never typed LOL.
Are you like me in iChat and you're like EL space OH space
No,
EL?
everything's full words.
But when you laugh, you just type HAHAHA.
You know what? You are so old-fashioned, old man.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
I just decided that it's just something I did.
Wait, Notch, how old are you?
See, look, I tried for the longest time to spell out everything correctly in my text messages, but then I realized it just wastes time, yeah. And nobody cares anyway.
Text, what's that?
It's that thing where you press those buttons on your phone a lot.
Yeah, we got the old man here. Nock actually missed the first commentary day because he was asleep on the couch. I mean,
Sleep.
But anyway, we are running up on the end pretty soon.
Yeah, no enemies spawn right away, which allows me to make it through that alive. I decided to take the safe route around this right here instead of going straight through the index chamber because I found running straight for this platform was like running through a maze of blenders. I got torn apart.
And if you can call that grenade jump safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you had to jump over quite a large pit there.
Yes.
They were...
You would have had to start all the way at the bottom again.
The Flood don't even know I'm there at that point, which is pretty good. So the final time for that run was 13 minutes and 28 seconds.
Wow, it seemed like 13 minutes and 29 seconds.
That's pretty fast. I think the current legendary record is 15-something.
It's 14:25. That's what it's held by Riptor.
Cody, you made that switch yet? The 2 videos?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Yep, we're good.
Alright.
Just want to make sure.
So, who's doing this level?
Probably
I don't know.
It's another
Probably me.
fighting level.
I took all the fighting levels.
We'll find out.
Oh, it's suspenseful here.
Yeah, did he say factor or vector? Nobody knows.
Look at that epic sentinel kill right there. Oh, it's Scurty's level.
Me.
It's Scurty's first level.
What a surprise.
Wow.
That's right. It's Scurty's turn to rock your faces off. Not for the slYnki show here.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you're doing here because this is actually one of the levels I had always planned to run and never did.
I think this is probably the hardest level in Halo.
Probably, yeah.
Is it? Oh, really? No, I didn't think so.
That's because you're pro.
Artist.
It's funny.
I mean, just because there's so many different situations that arise, it's not, I mean, library is pretty much the same thing, shotgun, rocket launcher, pistol, that kind of thing, you just face flood, but here there's a lot of different
variety.
things to worry about, and you always have to switch weapons.
Right, so for that segment, when I first started test running this, I used, all 6 of my grenades at that first door. So, using 2 is a big improvement. In this segment right here, This took me, I don't know how long. I must have logged over an
that's a
entire
hard
day
jump.
doing this.
Because
I think you spent at least a good 2 days on this because you were talking to me the whole time.
Yeah. Low point in this.
And simply running towards that Banshee is... it's very difficult. I mean, he makes it look easy, but it's
very difficult.
Yeah. That's the reason why this...
Banshee almost died there.
Yeah, that's the reason why this looks real sloppy right here. Just because that whole segment was... See right here, I try and get stuck in there. This whole segment was just painful for me. So, I mean, I took it, like, what I could get.
You know, it was funny because the first, I'd say maybe, like, 3 or 4 weeks of the project, Scurty was kind of saying, I can't do any fighting levels, I'm not good at this game. And then one day he's just like, you know what, I'm going to do 2 Betrayals, the hardest fighting level ever. It's just like, what the hell, man? That was my level. I was actually pleased that he took it because there was a big trick at the very end of the level, which we later tested and found was impossible. I was not looking forward to doing.
Right, so...
which trick was this, huh?
We were going to use the shade at the end to shade launch up to the last pulse generator.
My guess is it wouldn't have loaded, right?
And nothing loaded, and yes, I tested it.
Banshee's like the actual trigger, I think you said.
Yeah, the Banshee at the end of the level was the big one. So tell us what you're doing in this room, Scurty.
I'm just skipping a lot of enemies, doing Insidious's route. No one mentioned him yet. Like, he gave us a lot of ideas, basically.
Yeah, that's for
we talked about him a bit in the Silent Cartographer run.
Right, yeah. So
yeah, he was
very creative and impeccable style too.
Yeah.
It just everything was just perfect.
He is, but he's also so reclusive.
Yeah,
I wish he would come out more because I do appreciate it whenever he releases something new.
Yeah.
Which is very rare. He did this level. I think he did a run of Library, and he did lots of Legendary.
Like on normal, I think.
Yeah, he was our resident MLG player until I came along, and Riptor came along, and
right.
Actually took me.
So if you're wondering, I'm throwing a lot of grenades here. I actually counted it up for the entire run. I throw 26 grenades.
Oh wow!
Nice.
And these jackals, like, I have a shotgun and a plasma pistol and 3 jackals. I didn't have any frags, so it was a big pain.
I don't want to know what that was.
It was either an airplane taking off or a very loud toilet.
It's alright. I'm recording my track separately so I can pull this all out.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Thought you punched a garbage can or something.
Okay, so this room coming up is the flood room, like lots of flood, and I have 1 bar of health. So this is your method for this room was just wonderful. I highly suggest using this method, like, for whenever you play this game, because it's so simple. And I jumped through that little cubby hole right there because the flood could see me through the glass if I don't. I mean, I just skip all those floods. It's really easy. Although it's not took a while because there's only 1 bar of health, but
just makes the run a little more exciting.
Right.
Got a lucky checkpoint right there.
Yeah, right.
And that rocket flood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was a waste of a grenade. It didn't really do anything. I should have saved that.
You're just trying to get your grenade count up. Oh, I threw 26 grenades this run.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is probably the most appreciated health pack in the entire game from that experience.
Yeah. And I killed...
So it took you a while to get that checkpoint, didn't you?
Right, yeah. I need to kill all those popcorn flood with the rocket launcher.
This must have been a really fun segment for you, too.
It actually wasn't that hard. That's
kind of weird.
Really easy for me.
Wow.
That guy almost got me right there, that rocket flood.
I like that rocket flood just looked at you. He's like, watch yourself, buddy. You got lucky right there.
Yeah, so right now basically all the fighting's done.
Oh, I guess the only fighting left to do is the second pulse generator. Yeah, it's just running from here on out. I remember you working on it. Scurty and I, we talked to each other every single run we did over MSN. Like, I'd finish a segment and be like, I hate this game, or I'd finish a segment like, yeah, I love this game again. So it's play-by-play, so...
Yeah, you think you're ever going to play Halo 1 again? Because I haven't come back to Halo 2 after the Halo 2 segmented run.
This is
funny. I've probably run it 20 times since then.
slYnki,
yeah, we got a little
trick right here.
That little trick coming up. You skip dropping all the way down in the elevator.
You can actually get through there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice.
It's weird how you kind of slow down while you're falling too.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Probably something to do with the. Nice.
Yeah.
But there's weird stuff with jumping off elevators. In Guilty Spark, if you jump off the elevator quickly, you like stop as if you hit an invisible ledge at some point in the air.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can you jump off that invisible ledge or?
Nice.
Well, it's not actually like it. I don't even know. We'll find some Bungie coder and ask him someday.
We'll have to ask Bungie.
Yeah.
Well, a funny thing happened to me when I was putting all the clips together for this run. This segment right here. When I first put the clips together, I got the final time, which I'm not going to say yet. And then I'm like, alright, that's a really good time. I'm like, very pleased with it. And I went back and watched the run again, and there was actually a death in there. So I cut the death out, watched it again, there was another death in there. So like it ended up being 11 seconds faster than it was originally.
That happened to me with my library run too. Like for my final run, I was thinking, my run cannot be 50 minutes long. If I have to redo this level, it's like, I don't know, something bad is going to happen. Then I found like a 2-minute screw up in my run. I was like, oh hey, I'm just going to cut this out.
Now, how many times did that take to snag that Banshee and get away without being blown up?
Actually, not that much. Like, I rarely die from the Banshee. I don't know why. It's probably just luck.
See, now I always wondered what happened. Like, let's say you were exiting that Banshee and somebody shot it and it blew up. Then you wouldn't have a way down. Does another one spawn for you?
Yeah, another one spawn.
Yeah, it always
always, yeah. Bungie never leaves you without a vehicle.
Right.
This was a great room.
Yeah, this is tougher
That
than
went really well. Yes, I know. It's
yeah. Oh, especially you without losing. You only using one health pack during the entire level. Yeah, so I kind of wait there so I could get a checkpoint because a jackal is standing in the doorway.
Right there.
Yeah. So that's why I wouldn't get a checkpoint normally if I just ran away.
This is probably one of my favorite segments in the whole entire game. Just for what you do right here, it's fantastic.
Like coming up?
No.
Just coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, the falling's
I do like
impressive
this subtle thing here. Like, Banshees will actually fall. Like, if you let go of the controls, they fall faster than as if you aim down and flew.
Yeah.
So,
this was all planned.
Does here. Shoots a little beam to take out a flood, and watch this rocket. The Banshee blocks it.
It blocks it. Nice.
That was beautiful. And the flood in the background just offs himself. You know, whatever.
He rage quit.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't have any grenades here, so I had to figure out a way to get through a store without grenades. And in the past, like, I've had a few occurrences where I could just, like, wiggle my way through with the ghost. But this kind of took me off guard, and that's why it's kind of slow, but I was working at this for I don't know how long, so I just kept it in.
Yeah.
And then normally, like, if you play this level normally, you're supposed to get off and do the rest of the game on foot. But, I have the ghost right now, so you have to go across the bridge kind of slow to load up.
Yeah, because if you go too fast, the enemies won't trigger, correct?
And you have to kill 2 or 3 of the enemies on the bridge, or the second set of them don't spawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's always fun. The load zones in the load zones in this level are ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And they're based on head counts in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the rocket cave guys here, they're based on a head count.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna give you some props, not because I searched back in the forums for like a post made in like 2005 from you, like for a strategy for this area, and I used it here.
Well, as I say, I had pathed this run out, and I never got a definitive count because you don't know how many the enemies are killing.
Yeah.
But you have to once you kill a certain number of flood, the cave spawns. Yeah. And you can basically just blast your way through that. And the techniques we had come up with in co-op runs for this area were just phenomenal. Basically, one person could just blast through the whole thing.
Yeah. And another thing I forgot to mention earlier on in the run,
check this out.
There's a lot of like kind of backtracking in this level. Like if you notice, like those 2 bridges where there were a lot of flood on them, you could kind of jump across one to the other, but you can't progress through the level because you need to like go the normal route and like activate all those load zones. So you can't really
have to activate every single one.
Right.
I remember I tried to do this. I tried to do this level with a co-op partner, and we were doing like the Banshee out of level trick. And like, you know, I'd fly across a bridge and everything. I'd fly to the second pulse generator, and like nothing would load. You have to touch the most subtle triggers to get everything to load. It's just somewhat unenjoyable.
Yeah, because there's so many possibilities with this level.
I know.
Unlike the next level, where both buttons are of no concern.
What next level? There is really no next level if you think about it. Just like, you blink and it's over.
Yeah, so if you notice, I actually spliced that there. I didn't do this in like one try. I actually died my first try. I was kind of mad about that. So.
One bar of health.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
So the final time for this level was 11:38.
Wow.
It almost beats Dap's easy run, 11:33.
Well, I had made a prediction probably 5-6 years ago that this run could go in the 11-minute range.
Nice. Yeah.
Probably could.
That was tough.
No, I meant between 11 and 12 is what I meant.
Oh,
no,
I got you.
I mean on Legendary. I had predicted that, but a lot of luck. A lot of luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next level coming up is keys.
Which is definitely Scurty's level, because I hate keys.
Yeah.
I mean the level.
And Scurty's owned it for years.
Right. I think we'll let him talk about what's going on, because this is not going to make sense for a lot of people.
Yeah. So, coming up, there's this trick called shield bump. So if you stand in the correct position, and there's only about 3 or 4 of them, like by pixels, it'll bump you. I don't even know how to explain it. It just kind of
the shield respawns and pushes you up, basically, right through the geometry.
And the place that you have to like stand on to get this bump to work is so microscopic. It's just ridiculous. So.
Yeah, I got it once in my entire life of trying. I got it once.
Yeah,
so I think the original Go Nowhere Fast is like 13 minutes of this run.
That was my run, 13 minutes and 18 seconds with like 7 deaths, and I did the very, very long path. But nobody else wanted to run that level, so I still won.
Kind of a plasma grenade from him right there. And, like, I need to go where I make that kind of U-turn in the hallway to spawn the cutscene. Because when you normally play, like, that's where you come. You come right back to this room that you come by right by the start. And it just works out perfectly that you can.
I think were you gonna mention how we discovered running forward in the ceiling was a little bit faster than just running backwards?
Yeah, originally I did this level the normal way. Well, the normal way.
For you, it's normal for you.
Yeah, normal. Yeah, like when you do the shield bump, you walk backwards so you can actually see like what you're walking away from. But since it's all in a straight line, slYnki just suggested I run in a straight line, so I did that.
Yeah.
So you have to run from like light stand to light stand, do you not?
Kind of. There's only like one light up there, but basically.
It's just like ceiling rafters.
Because running forward is faster than running backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know how you survived this grenade jump right there.
Apparently you can grenade jump with no shield.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it is a fact that grenades do less damage to you on Legendary than they do on Easy. Your own grenades, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
That was actually a really useful thing for busting some fake runs early in this speed run scene.
Oh, are you doing another one like just for show?
He does another one. You can see how the shield. No. So this is a trick. Well, not even a trick. It doesn't really. As soon as you get in the Banshee level, it's just on a timer at this point. But we didn't really explain to the verifiers that the Banshee can just fly through walls. So it must have been a bit of a surprise for them.
Oh, did you get any comments from Mike saying like, "Hey, somebody said you clipped through the geometry and you can't do that"?
Oh, it's a modded game.
And like, I've been watching my BitTorrent, like of the thing I sent to Nate, and nobody's downloaded it except for him. So I don't know how.
Well, I mean, I downloaded it.
Like from BitTorrent?
Not from BitTorrent.
Ah, okay.
Well, there you go.
BitTorrent's just for pirates.
So what was the final time for your keys run, Scurty?
And Linux users.
Oh,
okay.
Something else to mention. The cutscene takes 2 seconds longer on Legendary than the Easy for some reason. I timed it. I timed it.
Really weird.
So it's like 2:39. So if that didn't take so long, it would have been 2:37.
Ah, well.
Like,
and your legendary run is 240, correct?
42. 242.
242.
Yeah. I did that 2 months ago.
Final level?
Final level.
Are we here already?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Whose level is this?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is one of the. In fact, this is the only Halo 1 record I still have. Is this level on legendary?
We were actually talking about how Cody Miller is a beast because the way Scurty does this is technically the easy way, though he wouldn't think that way. How hard he worked on it, but
yeah.
It has something to do with a door bump later on that someone figured out how to do 100% consistently, and then you jump across ceiling lights that are incredibly inconsistent, and to have to do that with an inconsistent door bump,
yeah, Cody
ridiculous.
Did. Yeah, it's just insane.
We should explain how the graphics work here. The game will only render the room that you're inside of,
like when you
in a lot of cases. So when you bump out, the room just completely disappears.
That's why I fall down right there to load this room.
But see, now, in my run, I found, I don't know how it works, but it happens 1 out of every 50 times, where if you're crouching, you must get inside this room and then it loads those graphics.
I don't know how you do it. That's why you still have the record. No one could do that.
Yeah. Well, it honestly, I don't know how it works. I mean, it literally will take 1 out of every 50 times I get up there that'll happen.
Yeah.
But if you crouch in that corner, just crouch, you're going to go up 100% of the time.
So,
which I will do next time I try this level.
This segment's really long. It goes from the where I drop down in the ceiling all the way up to the reactor room. Anywhere in between.
And this is not your computer. The Xbox actually has a fit right now. That's why the frame rate drops.
Yeah. And I dropped the shotgun.
Well, we get the overshield for a reason. We're not just wasting time. You'll see coming up.
And I dropped the shotgun for a reason. Well, not really.
Not really. You just did it for aesthetic purposes.
Right.
Scurty was. I wasn't seeing this run until he showed it to me. He's just I have a big secret towards the end of the level that you're gonna like. I'm like, is it a time saver? He's like, you'll just like it, and it's just
we should explain what jumping out of the level skips. It skips having to go to the bridge, and there's a little cutscene there, and then you have to go back and fight a bunch of flood on the way. It saves quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
So this is my route through the reactor room. Scurty stole it from me.
Sorry. That second grenade jump was pretty tough.
Yeah,
that's actually really impressive.
That's a great grenade jump.
It actually glitches these first 2 reactors. You'll notice that he'll shoot a rocket at this first one, and it doesn't explode.
Neither of them do.
Neither of them explode, and then when he's running through the hallway, you'll see that they both explode right now or something.
I never knew you could open both at once.
Yeah. Now my question is, why don't you open both at once over here?
You couldn't do it fast enough. They're all on a timer, when the flaps open. See, the flaps already open there. It would be closed by the time.
That's interesting because in my run, I do that. I have them both open on this side.
It's weird. I'm not...
Yeah,
I think the reason is because the first 2 I open, I just barely get that second rocket in, whereas in yours you... It
must have been because you grenade jumped up and you got there so much faster.
Yeah, it just throws the timer off a little.
Yeah.
I love this part.
Yep, and this elevator is not solid.
Yeah. You can run under it, and as soon as you're inside the elevator... No, nice 1 bar of health.
Yeah.
As soon as you're inside of it, the door closes, so it doesn't matter how fast you fight the enemies. Right. Man, almost at the end of the run here.
Coming up, my big goal was to beat lots of Luckas. Luckas? Lots of Luckas?
You do LOL's.
The big goal is to beat LOL's driving time in his single segment easy run of this level. Which he was on a PC, so it's understandable. I'm on Xbox right here. So I
I remember Halo Bungie had a contest before going nowhere fast, but to see who could get through this with the most time on the clock, and it was Frog Blast.
700.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Of course it was Frog Blast. Come on.
And his time, he did it on easy, of course, and he had 247 left, so that would be 147 for us.
Okay.
Nice.
So do you beat that?
I forgot.
I can't even remember. I think I don't know, what am I saying, didn't you beat Lots of Lucas' time by 0.6 seconds or something? There you 0.06.
I can see why this part would be easier on a PC.
Right, yeah. I bumped my sensitivity up to 10 for this driving part.
Oh, you changed your sensitivity at a segment break, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
I asked Mike about it. SDA's cool about it, so.
Yeah, so we were allowed to change our sensitivity, actually.
Were you allowed to change controllers?
I didn't.
I used 2 different controllers depending on what segment I was running.
Well,
because
I'm sure you could since it's...
yeah.
I had one controller had better buttons and the other one had better thumbsticks, so it just depends on what I was doing.
Well, I guess we just won't tell the SDA guys about that if they don't like it.
Okay.
I'm not in this run. I'm not in this run.
Yeah, if you're from SDA, just ignore everything you've just heard.
I actually remember End of Who is another former user, was really big on running the Ma run, and he actually,
I took
after running it so much, he actually, on one run, he was playing the reactor so much that he deloaded the rest of the level, and so we'll see, and he actually just drove straight to the barrels at the end.
Because they weren't there.
I still don't know how he did that.
He must
that's the object overload trick. It's because when you keep killing Flood, they keep dropping weapons, and eventually there will be so many that spawn, the game can't spawn any more enemies. And that actually lets you get in the Banshee here because it won't load the pilots.
Right.
So you can just go up and get into the Banshee. But of course, it takes forever, and it's not useful in speedruns.
Yeah. Unless you want to watch like an 8-hour speedrun.
So, my big goal was to get to this part before 3 minutes. Before I went into the 2-minute range. And I got there in 3 minutes and 0.46 left on the timer.
Not bad.
This was dumb right here. I got a bad checkpoint. It was just... I hate that part. I don't know why they made it so bumpy.
That part is so frustrating because you can be going perfectly and then all of a sudden just hit a bad bump and it totally ruins everything.
Yeah, so there's a trick coming up that I did not include, regrettably. And I'm sorry.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm deeply sorry to all the people who are disappointed, but I could never get it to work.
You should be sorry.
I could never.
You're on a segmented run.
Yeah.
All the time in the world, and I had
here he
one
goes.
attempt.
He's going to go off this jump and do a mad 360 and land perfectly.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. I can't wait.
He jumps off.
Oh.
No. I think we actually got points taken off from Cody
Miller. You must have blinked it. You didn't see it.
Now you know for the Going Nowhere Fast run for this level 1, and the guy who won it,
was it
Trevor something or other?
Yeah.
He actually got a ton of props from the judges because he did a 360.
Yeah. We got points taken off for not doing it, or Scurty did. I have no part in it. I would have did the 360 personally. It takes a while to get to those barrels.
I would have jumped out and back in again.
So that's the end of it.
Oh.
What was the final time for that level?
2 seconds faster.
Oh.
Yeah, I suck.
But you beat lots of luck. That's all that matters.
True.
Yeah, in the end, that's all that really matters.
What's the final time for the entire game?
Oh, it's 1:16:43. So it's 17 seconds under 1:17.
What, really?
Really.
Another 17? We ran into a lot of weird, Bungie loves the number 7. I remember when I finished Truth and Reconciliation, Scurty said, let's see, it is taking exactly 1 month and 17 days to finish this run.
Yep, see, it is legendary, guys. Look at this. This doesn't show up. Any doubters?
Yep. So, what was the final time for the Ma run? It was 7:54 or something?
Oh, actually, let me bring up my thing I sent to SDA.
The first of many Bungie retcons. Johnson died on Halo, or did he?
The mob was 7:55. 8 seconds.
No, Cody, we talked about this. There's 8 different Johnsons. That's just one of them.
That's true. That's fair.
All the Johnson clones died, finally.
So I guess I'll take this opportunity to thank people. I would like to thank everyone at Highspeedhalo, all the Halo 1 runners who found quite a few of the tricks and methods seen in this run. I'd like to thank everyone at High Impact Halo, Lewis Wu at HBO, and the entire staff at Speed Demos Archive, particularly Mike and Nate. My thanks to Bungie for making Halo 1, because without Halo, Scurty and I may not have irreparably damaged our sleep patterns during this project, so thank you for that. I'd like to thank all of you guys for doing the audio commentary with Scurty and I, and of course I would like to thank Scurty for getting this project going and being awesome. And finally, big shout out to Axie500, the sexiest man in Finland and the greatest Halo player on the planet.
Gee, it looks like you had cue cards for that.
I had cue cards for that one. I was practicing that in front of the mirror.
Hold on, watch this when he takes off his helmet right here. Some people used a camera, they detached the camera in Halo PC, and they went in and they saw what his face looked like. I'm not going to spoil it, but look it up on the internet.
Aw.
I thought it was just black. Like black space.
Was it Ling Ling's head?
No.
I know what it is. Look it up.
She's actually a woman.
Really manly woman.
Spoiler.
So, who would like to...
Yeah, sure. I'll go next. I would like to thank everybody at Highspeedhalo. I mean, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be speedrunning, obviously. I'd like to thank Duquesne for High Impact Halo. I think he hosts all the the server that Highspeedhalo uses.
No. Louis Wu hosts everything now. Yes.
All right. Well,
he hosts the site and the runs. Yes.
Big thanks to Louis Wu at HDR. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here.
There'd be no Highspeedhalo.
Yeah.
And Dukin for supplying us a forum.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and big shout out to all the Halo 1 tricksters, past and present. That's one of the reasons we're at High Impact Halo is because that's where we learn most of the stuff. And
on a somewhat smaller note, I want to thank I forget his name. His forum name's TSA, not TAS. TSA over at Speed Demo's Archive. Way back in 2005 or 2004, I saw a speedrun of Ocarina of Time, done in 5 hours 4 minutes by him, single segment, and that just got me into speedrunning. So I want to thank him for that.
Have you seen the new TAS of Ocarina?
It's 58 minutes. It's insane.
Yep.
God.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to echo the thanks to Louis Wu, Duquesne, and Brian of Mythica. Without those three guys, High Speed Halo would not have happened. They really supported everything. We got video hosting, web hosting, the forum, everything.
Mythica was a great website. Sorry to see it go
definitely.
down.
So huge shout outs to those three. And Scurty and slYnki, you guys are awesome that you're still... this game is 9 years old and you're still rocking speedruns. I really like this run.
Still owning it.
Yeah. Thanks go out to Brian from Mythica again because, this was before YouTube. I think a lot of people forget what the internet was like before YouTube, and you could just host a trick video or a speedrun on YouTube. But, Brian had a big-ass server and a lot of bandwidth that was reserved for Halo movies, and I think he was he played no small part in a lot of this getting off the ground.
Yeah, our the server that serves up the speedruns is still called Mythica, I guess as a tribute, or I don't know.
I think it's just not to break the links, actually.
Yeah.
We still love Mythica, though.
Good point. Yeah.
Well, yeah, just kind of echo the remarks of everybody else. Yeah, great. The community at Highspeedhalo, High Impact Halo, HaloBungie.org, Speed Demo's Archive, just great set of people. And if you've never tried speedrunning before, give it a shot. It's lots of fun. I've definitely had lots of fun over the years, and hope to see someone submit a run. I just love watching speedruns.
Jamie thanks Meg. Now they're broken up.
And the run is over, right? Yeah. See you guys.
Ooh, secret cutscene.
And I should thank everyone for watching this run. I hope you enjoyed.